Welcome to Mental Models Daily, where we explore one mental model each day to help you elevate your daily decision-making. Today, we're exploring a powerful strategic concept that shows how smaller players can succeed against larger opponents. Guerrilla Warfare. The Guerrilla Warfare mental model teaches us that in any competitive situation, a smaller, more agile player can effectively compete against larger, more established opponents by using unconventional tactics, carefully choosing their battles and leveraging their speed and flexibility. It's like being a small speedboat competing against a massive cruise ship. While you can't match their raw power, you can outmaneuver them in ways they never expected. Historically, we can look at the American Revolution as a classic example of this mental model in action. The colonial forces facing the mighty British Empire couldn't win through traditional warfare. Instead, they adopted guerrilla tactics, quick surprise attacks, strategic retreats, and avoiding major conventional battles when possible. It's like they were playing an entirely different game. While the British were setting up for chess matches, the colonists were playing hit-and-run checkers, ultimately leading to their victory despite being outgunned and outmanned. In the business world, Dollar Shave Club provides a perfect modern example of guerrilla warfare strategy. When they launched in 2011, they were up against giants like Gillette and Schick. Instead of trying to match their massive advertising budgets and retail presence, Dollar Shave Club used viral marketing, clever humor, and direct-to-consumer distribution. Their famous launch video, made for just $4,500, generated millions of views and customers. It's like they found the exact crack in their competitors' armor and struck precisely where the giants couldn't effectively respond. This guerrilla approach led to their eventual $1 billion acquisition by Unilever. So how can we apply the guerrilla warfare mental model in our daily lives? First, identify your unique advantages and leverage them fully. Maybe you're more nimble, more personal, or more specialized than your competitors. It's like being the local coffee shop that competes with Starbucks, not by trying to match their scale, but by knowing every customer's name and favorite drink. Second, choose your battles wisely. Focus your energy where you can make the biggest impact with the least resistance. It's like being a startup that targets an underserved niche market, instead of trying to compete in oversaturated mainstream segments. Third, embrace unconventional approaches. Don't feel bound by how things are usually done in your field. It's like being the first real estate agent in your area to use TikTok for virtual house tours, while others stick to traditional open houses. In conclusion, the guerrilla warfare mental model reminds us that being smaller or having fewer resources doesn't mean you can't compete effectively. It just means you need to compete differently. By choosing your battles carefully, leveraging your unique advantages and thinking creatively about how to achieve your goals, you can succeed against seemingly overwhelming odds. In a world that often favors the big and established, guerrilla warfare thinking gives us a framework for clever, effective competition. Thank you for joining me today on Mental Models Daily. Until next time, may your strategies be clever, your movements be nimble, and your impacts be mighty. For more mental models, please visit mentalmodelsdaily.com or find us on X or Instagram. Our podcast music was provided by thepodcasthost.com and Alitu, the podcast maker. Find your own free podcast music over at thepodcasthost.com/free music.